The Immortal John Hancock here, and today I'd like to showcase my recent pickups from Seattle Retro Gaming Expo, as well as some games I scored to and from going there. And so I went with my good friend Corey Strite up to Seattle, Washington, and had a great time at the show. And it's a two-day show. I was there for Saturday, and scored some awesome stuff for the collection, and I wanted to showcase some of it, and let's check it out. All right, here we go. I scored a lot of neat stuff, and again I want to thank Corey of Classics and Oddities, and he came with me and we got a bunch of stuff. Now some of this stuff was from his store that walked in before or after the show. Along the way we went to many game stores, and I want to first talk about this right here. I want to talk about these cards. And so what Portland Retro Gaming Expo is doing, and this is awesome, I totally think this is a great idea. What they've done is they've taken these cards, and I do believe there's 20 different cards, and what they've done is each game store in the Northwest will have a specific collecting card, and I've scored 5 of them, and my goal is to try to go to all 20. That'd be great. And so each different card can be found at a different game store, and so I really think that's cool, and it's a way to promote going to local game stores and finding their stuff. And so here we go. And so along the way I scored a ton of GameCube games, and up here is a huge stack of GameCube games that were off my list. And so there's a bunch, and I'm going for a GameCube set. And so, you know, there was some games, but I got a lot of these at the show. And along the way, I went to a great little store in Lacey, Washington called the Toy Box. And the owner's awesome. He's been there a long time. And he worked a deal with me and Corey. Scored a lot of these at the show. And again, some Viewful Joe. I got Fantastic Four, Rain of Fire, Crush Hour. I got Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Monster Jam. I got MC Grooves, Dance Craze. Sure, that's a great game. Beyblade, V-Force. I got here, let's get this closer here. Wolverine's Revenge. I got Super Bubble Pop, Incredibles, ESPN International Winter Sports 2002, All-Star Baseball 2003, NASCAR Thunder 2003, American Chopper 2. Now you're probably wondering, that's a lot of filler title. Yes, it is a lot of filler title, and I don't want to pay $2.99 or $5.99 plus $3 shipping online. And so this is the type of stuff I think that is good that you can find at local game stores. And so going for a set, it's annoying finding the sports titles. It's annoying finding some of this like filler titles. And so I want to get a complete set. I like GameCube. I like collecting for it. And so these are in great shape too. They're not old. A lot of the cases aren't jacked up. There's a couple that have some issues, but again, it was really nice to find a large stack of games, all complete, all with the goodies. A good example here is a Scorpion King, okay? And here's some of the other titles I scored. Just show them right there instead of reading each one. Awesome stuff here, okay? So here's a good example of the condition that they're in, okay? This is Scorpion King, Rise of the Acadian, and inside it has some of the goodies, right? It has the sticker, warranty card, has all the stuff that came with this in really good shape, and in really nice condition too. So nice to see that. And so this is, you know, again, not the best title. Some of the title, I mean, Viewful Joe is good, but some of these titles are filler, but that's okay. I really am happy with what I scored, and again, really nice to get a large lot of GameCube games in one trip off my list. Okay, next up. Okay, so scored this at Half Price Books, and this is a great racing game, MX 2002, featuring Ricky Carmichael. And again, it's complete, and they had a dollar day, which is really neat. They have these dollar days going on, and so it's really cool to see that. Okay. This was a given to me from Corey. This is Alex Ryder's Stormbreaker. This is not a great game, but again, never played it. So this summer I plan on sitting down and actually playing some of these games I scored. All right, you're probably wondering why Hardball 95 is here. Well, I am very particular about my condition with my Sega Genesis collection, and one thing that really has bothered me is the sun fade on some of the Alkaloid titles I have. And so I scored a Hardball 95 probably 20 years ago, and it had some sun fade on it because it came from a rental store. Well, I noticed this Hardball 95 has a really nice spine, and it has a very non-sun faded Hardball 95, and it's complete, and it's got the goodies in it. And so I'm gonna test and see the difference in condition, and then donate the other one to Corey. All right, this is cool, and I'm definitely asking for some input. If anybody knows more information about this walked into Corey's store, and it is an Aladdin VHS tape, and I love these promo tapes. These are really neat, and so it's really neat to see that. And I really think that's pretty cool that it walked into a store, and it's nice to see either a promo tape or something you could request. You know, back in the day, they did all sorts of neat promo stuff. I don't know if these were sent to stores to promote the new game, and or if you could request this directly from Capcom. Anyways, anybody have any info on this, let me know. I would like to hear back. This is a really, really, really cool multi-cart, and I got this at the Toy Box in Lacey, Washington, and it's a Game Gear 52-in-1. I can't wait to test it out, and this is a really cool item, and I'm hoping it works. I'm gonna try it in the Retron 5. Probably it's not gonna work, but fingers crossed. I'm gonna try it. Oh, another cool item. This is a great Udon's Art of Capcom 2, and this is a great art book of Capcom games, and so yeah, it's got some cool stuff. Really happy to see that, and nice to see that. So we've got some great artwork in here. It's really neat. Got some cool stuff in here. Definitely gonna check this out. All right, Super Smash Games. Super Smash Games. You know, Andy Clark is an awesome store owner. We go back, and he has a great store. He's got two stores, one in Olympia, one in Tacoma. And we stopped by the one in Olympia, and we had this. And so this is a great addition to my 3DO collection. And it's not necessarily a game, but it's pretty hard to get. And they cut me a deal there, and I want to say thank you. And so yeah, it's a 3D Atlas, 3DO. And there's some people out there that want me to do more 3DO on my channel. And I'm just happy to show this. So again, I collect 3DO, I love 3DO, and this is a pretty hard one to get. So getting a complete long box 3D Atlas, very neat. Something you don't see all the time. All right, Chris Collier was at the show, and Chris Collier had some amazing product. And if you don't know who Chris Collier is, and he is a great game journalist, and he knows his games. He's a mega collector, and he's written a couple books, and he's a friend of mine. And so Street Fighter 2, and this is the Championship Edition for PC Engine. And what's cool about Chris, and his quality is second to none. So he sometimes sells some extras at shows, and he's going to be at PRGE, and you know, it's quality. And so what I really appreciate about what he did is that this PC Engine game came also in a case, and I really appreciate that traveling. And it's nice to go to a vendor and have that extra protection for a game, especially if you're traveling or in your road. When I put this in my suitcase, I was worried less about it getting scratched and scuffed, and it's in really excellent shape. And I want to say thank you, Chris, for including that extra case. And it was just like, you know, kind of like, you know, the cherry on the top. And the price was great too. You had a very reasonable price on this. I know this game isn't worth a ton, but the quality was second to none. So thank you, Chris, for throwing that case in. I appreciate it. All right. Now, I don't talk about this a lot on my channel, but I'm a huge Blues Brothers fan, and Corey had this in his store, and it walked in. Blues Brothers Snow Globe, and it's random, and it's not game related, but I love Blues Brothers stuff. And so me and Corey Strite went as the Blues Brothers one Halloween, and so it was pretty cool. So anyways, just wanted to show that. Very neat. Last and definitely not least, this is probably the coolest thing that I got as pickups. I'm really excited about this. And so some employees from Runic Software, again, huge fan of the Torchlight series, and they kicked this down to me. They came up, they saw my panel, and they knew I was a huge Torchlight fan. And so this was a soundtrack to Torchlight 2. This was like either like a special edition. I don't know if this was given out, but really neat. An amazing soundtrack. And so that with a PlayStation card with Hob, and again, Runic Software is no longer around, and a lot of them found jobs elsewhere. And I'm really just thankful that they gave me that. And on top of, they gave me some promotional Jones soda that had some Torchlight promotions in it. And this was in the Seattle area, I do believe. And very neat. Just really cool that they kicked these down. And it means a lot to me. Those games, to me, are special. I like those type of games. I'm a huge Diablo fan. And some of the people that worked on Diablo then moved on to work on Torchlight. And so, especially the soundtrack. And so, the same gentleman who did the Diablo soundtrack did this. So, this means a lot to me. So, thank you so much. And there you have it. So, there you have it. What's great about the Northwest is there's a lot of game stores and there's a lot of gaming conventions. And it's really neat to see the gaming community come together. I saw a lot of close friends. I saw friends I haven't seen in a long time, as well as people I've seen at conventions for like 10 years. It's a close-knit community. And, you know, I had a good time at the show. I've been to every single one. And I want to thank the organizers of the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. And thank you so much for continuing to invite me. I love to speak at these things. And I got to talk to fellow collectors about, you know, YouTube, Future Museum, as well as just kind of what I'm currently, you know, pursuing or, you know, going through with my collection. And so it was really great. So thank you so much. And, you know, I want to thank everybody for continuing to tune in on my humble channel. It means a lot to me. And I look forward to doing some awesome videos, you know, with some more time. So I have a lot of traveling I'm doing, but around that, I plan on doing some great content. So continue to tune in. Please subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much. As well as I do an exclusive video every month on my Patreon. So that helps me out a ton too. For as little as $1 a month, you too can get an exclusive video. Thank you so much. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the Immortal John Hancock. You take care.